for staying with us. Let's look further into the implications of this defection, what it means for our polity and our democracy. I'm being joined by a former Attorney General of Oyo State and former Commissioner for Justice, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, Mr. Ojo Adebayo, is live for us here in our studio. It's a pleasure having you join us tonight on the program.
I'm glad to be on your program.
Thank you so much.
You are doing so well for this
Thank
country.
you so much. I appreciate it. Give us an understanding, your perspective on these defections. I imagine that the Constitution has provided the freedom of association.
Excellent. God bless you. God bless you. You see, I'm a realist. And apart from being a lawyer, I read a lot about political science and constitutional law. We are in a constitutional democracy. Give my point. You see, people are just being sentimental and emotional, and it has no basis. Either in the theories of political postulations or in the constitutions of the country. Maybe or they've forgotten where we are coming from. In the First Republic, we operated and practiced in the country parliamentary system of government. Under parliamentary system of government, which we practice, what do we call it? Defection from one political party to the other. That is, you can live, because all members in parliament, were elected from their various constituency. You get my point?
Yes, sir.
So then, people were moving. Candidates, parliamentarians, political party were moving from one party to the other. There were defections galore. And that led to the collapse of part of reason that led to the collapse of the First Republic. And when the Constitutional Conference and the Constitutional Drafting Committee that gave birth to the Second Republic were put together, now say, okay, let us do away with the parliamentary system of government, or what we call cabinet of government, practice what we now call presidential system of government, which we now have. In the presidential system of government, we have one thing, what we call freedom of assembly, as we rightly said, and freedom of association, and the right to freely enter any political party and to exist any political party are guaranteed.
What about the...
Oh, no, I'm coming. Let me
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
I'm coming under that political arrangement. But in the 1999 Constitution, later it was had a proviso that in the parliament, if you're a parliamentary or a parliamentarian, either at the state level or the national level, in the House of Rep of the Senate, that you can only abandon the party upon which you are voted to the office to do another one, only if there is a division within your party at the national level. And that has been laid to rest in the case of Abegunde
versus
INEC.
Yeah.
That has been laid to rest. But if there is no division, if there's division at the state level and you join, you lose your seat. But it's not automatic. It is not self-executory. You get my point? Because the Speaker of the State Assembly or the Speaker of the House of Rep or the Senate President must declare your state vacant. You get my point? If he has failed to declare your seat vacant, then the political party who is aggrieved or any member who is aggrieved can take it up and move a motion under matters of urgency that Mr. Hay, Parliamentarian Hay, has left Party B, from which he was voted to office, to join another party. Then there will be debate, and it may be put off to. And if it is carried, you lose that seat and to be declared vacant. But people now say, once you've joined, or once you've moved from Party A to Party B, you automatically don't know. That is not.
So in the case of Delta, in the eye of the law,
yes,
and the PDP
governor,
said,
let me say, the governor, deputy governor, the person can move. Anybody, the governor and deputy governor.
With the ticket and the mandate of the PDP.
Mandate, the Constitution did not say any governor can, there is no prohibition or limitation.
For the executive.
For the executive. Those who cannot move are the parliamentarian. And provided, it's not even absolute, provided there is, they can move, provided there is division within their party, at that level only.
Can you say that the PDP is in a crisis? In the Abegunde versus INEC,
yes,
and the definition that the Supreme Court gave in that matter,
yes,
does it suffice to describe the situation in the PDP crisis enough for the House of Assembly and the likes of Senator James Manager, Senator Ned Nwoko, and the rest who left as members of the National Assembly from Delta State to move to the APC?
In Abegunde's case, there was crisis in PDP then Labour Party, sorry.
It was Labour Party.
At the Ondo State level. So and Supreme Court said no crisis at that, and he lost. If I was in the Supreme Court, the matter was argued. My landed brother, Sikh brother, Nekpekun was here. In fact, he made part submission on that day. Likewise, the gubernatorial candidate of PDP in Ondo State, my senior, who lost to Aketi. I'm sorry, Ogajegede.
Yeah.
Was there who
Yes,
the case was. In fact, you should come and see.
It's a very robust legal argument here.
I was there on that day. And Abegunde lost. And you know the dress happens. It was not PDP that went to court. It was Abegunde who took the part to court. They said, I'm not Labour Party. And then what type of insult? And they took it up.
But in the definition,
does
in the definition of the Supreme Court in the Abegunde matter,
yes,
does it give a proper premise for the defection of lawmakers in the PDP in that state to have moved to the APC?
Oh, why are you limiting it to PDP?
Because that's where that's the one.
No, why are you limiting it to PDP? You see, don't let us PG hold constitutional aberration or constitutional issue, but let us generally and in line with the constitution, leave PDP alone. But to answer your question, in data now, Senator Nwoko, Manager, and others, parliamentarians, they've moved from a PDP ticket upon which they came into office now to APC. It was a tsunami. But look, what step has anybody taken since they moved?
The party said,
Senator Bamoro is the minority leader. Is there? Did he say anything? He can't move. But he should raise it on the floor of the house. Let them now take it off. But APC is the majority in that house. They may not likely to succeed. And they may succeed, who knows? But if they fail to succeed, then they can now take it up before the law court. But not to be determined. Because it's summons.
So the jobs of the lawmakers in the PDP in Delta State who have moved to the APC is in jeopardy if it's challenged in court?
No, I cannot say it's in jeopardy. But it must be but you know,
it can be challenged.
PDP has crisis now at national level. Except we are the ourselves.
Does this definition suffice
as
described by the Supreme Court in the Abegunde matter? Does it suffice? Can you use that definition?
You can use it to leave PDP now. Because PDP now, the umbrella is shattered and broken. All of her. Who is the secretary of the PDP now? Who is the acting president, acting chairman? PDP is in serious crisis. You get my point. PDP is now suffering from political hemorrhage. You get my point?
That's how you see it.
Yes, it may die, it may not die. But PDP needs serious blood transfusion. So that we don't allow it to bleed to death.
The danger that a lot of people were saying that, look, whatever that is happening, that people are moving to the APC.
Yes.
And they also, look, be careful. We are turning this nation into a one-party state.
No, I don't
But
agree.
The question is that we still have several other political parties.
We have 18 political parties.
In the National Assembly.
I don't agree
There's NNPP, ABGA, there's SDP.
That's why I said they are being sentimental. And you see people whip up sentiment. You see? It is not that they like PDP. They don't like PDP. People who are crying wolves now, where there's no. But their target is the president, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, not even the APC.
Really? Why?
Yes. That's the
bend of the matter.
That's their target, where they are crying unnecessarily. We have 18 political parties. You get my point? Look, I am a voter. I've been voting in this country since Abiola's election, June 12th. Look, I don't vote on party basis. In the last election, I voted, as of remember, I voted Honorable Abbas Ogbonwi, a PDP member. Who is there now? I voted for Setibola Ahmed Tinubu as president. I don't vote for... So let everybody, let all of them defect. We people, we are the one who will decide not to be voted into the office. You know my point? It's democracy now. Majority carry the vote. Not about the first gallop. But the problem we have in this country is that we have very little or low political party education. Power belongs to us. But we don't know how to use that political power. We believe all these political party, the politician, the parliamentarian, the president, the government. No, they are not. But you see, in the country where voter turnout will be less than 20%, what are we talking about? Politicians, religiously, they will come out to vote. But what about us? On the election day, what will some people do? They will be watching, and some of them will be online. They won't come out to vote. Come, let's mobilize as many as possible and vote out those who don't want. Not necessarily PDP. If President Ahmed Tinubu performs and is able to turn this country around, I'll vote for him again. But because of that election, I believe was the best.
Which election is that? The
2023. To me, I believe.
How? What makes you think so?
He was in Lagos State as governor. For 8 years, he performed. Waziri of Adamawa was first president. It was Big Brat. He now fighting with his principal, Obasanjo. They watch their diligence in politics. Mr. Peter Obi was governor for 8 years. He didn't construct any road. He didn't build any school. So I must see practical, what I call feasible delivery of dividend.
So those who are saying, those who are afraid,
yes.
Those who fear that the nation is drifting towards
a one-party state. I don't agree with
you think this is all targeted at Bola Tinubu?
At Bola Tinubu, they are just being speculative. They are just being speculative.
But the manner in which people, and it has been described as Hurricane Tinubu, as everybody, a lot of politicians are now moving to the APC. But is it a good thing for our democracy that everybody is now going into?
We are saying that the right to associate to be removed from the constitution.
So it's not Tinubu's fault.
It is not. That's our constitution now. Look, and what's the one?
But the fear.
What is the one party? Let me give the example of one party.
Senior advocate.
Yes.
The fear is that there are the use of subterfuge, quiet and subtle threats to hound.
Unless you are not your research or you are a man of principle. Unless you are not. But you see, some people are what I will call, how do I describe them? Most politicians are loafer and charlatans. They don't have second address. All they run after are political personages. Tinubu was in AD turned to AC, ACN, and later APC. As he jumped, despite all he has experienced, as he changed political party, the man that just said about Moro has been in the PDP or two. Did he join? Did he decamp? Likewise, all other. If Alaji Waziri, as strong as he is, as rich as he is, as powerful as he is, he has moved several times from PDP to APC, to AC, from AC to APC, from APC to PDP. Which one is not even on the way to SDP? Is he under threat? Is he under threat? But lost for political power. He had ambition.
So what do you think is
under threat?
Can you put any pressure on the government of the day when everybody looks like they are in the same bus, going into the same direction, politically speaking?
Put pressure how?
I mean, democratically, the legs of and the pillars of democracy. You have the ruling party. You have the opposition party.
Yes.
Civil society. You have the media.
Yes.
And these are supposed to help to build our democracy and our society.
Yes.
And the question is that when out of the four,
yes,
2 are in one place, no opposition party, nobody to practically and politically in partisan manner.
The man that left is the leader of opposition in the National Assembly. PDP parliamentarians are there. Labour Party members are there. Hope Party also got 1 seat. So what are we talking about? What are we talking about? The entire is not made of.
So you don't see any
I don't
threat.
see any. I don't entertain any fear.
So do you think that the opposition is organizing?
It's very free. Let me tell you, I have a friend, my bosom friend. I don't know whether you read his articles. Flicker, Dr. Professor Dayo. He lambasts this government heavily every Sunday. Nobody has ever invited him or issue any threat of arrest to him. He works freely because they know that the man is writing the truth.
Is the opposition organizing properly? And those who say, look, with the manner with the opposition...
Which of our political party is organized properly? All the party lack internal democracy. You see, what we should work against, all of us, that let's work to ensure that we have free, fair, credible, and transparent election. And again, that we have internal democracy, that we don't have impulse of candidates. Let anybody move to. They have the right to move to where you want to move. Now let anybody move. It's your right. It's your right. Even some people will not move and they will do anti-party. That is even worse. Look at my point. That is even my point. That is even it's more dangerous than those who have moved, because a known enemy is better than a friend that is a pretender. Look at my point. Green snake under the green grass are those who are still there, who have not moved, but are working against the party. And they are PDP, they are in APC.
So they are working to make Tinubu's and APC's effort in 2027 an easy task.
No, you see their problem. You see, PDP is in the tariff. Like I told you, PDP is now bleeding to death. But instead of putting their house together the party, and they know they've lost it, it is except there's a miracle.
There's a miracle. Tinubu will win 2027.
No, except there's a miracle.
PDP may not come back to life.
Not survive
2027.
So they now say, it's Tinubu. It's Tinubu your party.
Let us see. Thank you so much.
Thanks for
Senior Advocate of Nigeria, former Attorney General, Commissioner for Justice in Oyo State, Mr. Ojo Adebayo. Thanks so much indeed.
Thank you so much for having me. You are doing well for our country.
God bless you. I appreciate it.